The family group chat exploded at 9:47 a.m. on a Saturday. My sister Vanessa had sent a photo of Mom standing beside a silver Lexus SUV, keys dangling from her fingers, both of them grinning like they'd won the lottery. The caption read, "Finally cleaned up your mess. You're welcome." I was in my office reviewing quarterly reports when my phone started buzzing. 37 messages in under 4 minutes. Dad, about time someone took responsibility. My brother, Vanessa did what you should have done years ago. Mom, such a thoughtful daughter. This car is perfect. I scrolled through the threads slowly. Vanessa had written a detailed explanation, complete with photos of empty storage units and bank deposit slips. She'd accessed the 3 climate-controlled units I rented downtown, $2,400 monthly total, and sold everything inside to various buyers over the past 2 weeks. Furniture, she claimed. Random junk I'd abandoned. Boxes of who knows what collecting dust. Made $85,000 after fees, she'd written. Gave Mom $45,000 for the car. Keeping the rest for my time and effort. Someone had to be the adult here. The family praised her initiative. Her business savvy. Her willingness to deal with my irresponsibility. I stared at my phone screen watching the heart emojis and congratulations pile up. My jaw tightened, that little tell I'd developed over years of watching my family rewrite reality. They'd called my business, playing with other people's stuff for 6 years. Called my storage units hoarding. Called my income luck. I didn't respond to the group chat. Instead, I opened my business management app and checked the inventory tracking system. 347 items across 11 clients. Total contracted value $340,000. Insurance coverage $500,000. All of it stored in those 3 units Vanessa had just emptied. My business was simple. I provided white glove storage and logistics for high-end retailers, boutique manufacturers, and specialty importers. They needed climate-controlled space, inventory management, and someone trustworthy. I'd built the client list over 6 years, starting with a single artisan furniture maker who needed overflow storage. Word spread. Referrals multiplied. The family had watched me rent the units, watched me work weekends coordinating deliveries and pickups, watched me turn down their invitations because I had inventory to manage. They'd called it a hobby, a phase, playing warehouse. Dad's voice echoed from 4 years ago in his living room, bourbon in hand. Storage units? That's not a business, sweetheart. That's paying rent to avoid dealing with clutter. You need a real job. That was when I understood. I would never make them see me clearly. Their narrative was more comfortable than my reality. I didn't respond to the group chat. I called my attorney first, then my insurance broker, then I started working down my client list. The calls went the same way 11 times. This is awkward, but there's been an incident with your stored inventory. By 6 p.m., I had a conference call scheduled with all 11 clients for Sunday morning. My attorney had drafted preliminary documents. My insurance broker was already processing the claim and flagging it as potential theft. Sunday morning arrived with gray skies and cold wind that made the downtown streets look sharper, more angular. I'd arranged to meet everyone at Unit A, the largest of the 3 storage facilities, at 10 a.m. I arrived at 9:45. My attorney Marcus was already there, leather portfolio in hand. By 9:58, 2 police officers had arrived. I'd filed a theft report Saturday evening. They wanted to document the scene. At 10:03, the first client arrived. Catherine, who owned Lumiere Home, a high-end furniture boutique in the Arts District. She'd stored 42 pieces with me. Custom sofas, imported tables, accent chairs waiting for client deliveries. She saw the empty unit and her face went pale. "Where is everything?" "Stolen and sold," I said quietly. "By my sister. I'm so sorry." By 10:15, all 11 had arrived. The air inside the storage facility felt thin, strange. 11 business owners staring at empty concrete floors where hundreds of thousands of dollars in inventory had been carefully organized, tagged, and tracked just 2 weeks ago. Marcus opened his portfolio. "We have documentation on every item. Contracts, photos, insurance policies, tracking numbers. Everything was legally stored here under Ms. Chen's business, Secure Hold Logistics LLC." One of the officers took notes. The other photographed the empty units. The scuff marks on the floor where furniture had been, the bare shelving units, the abandoned packing materials Vanessa had left behind. Your sister had access? The officer asked. No legal access, Marcus clarified. She somehow obtained entry, possibly by impersonating Ms. Chin or bribing facility staff. We're investigating. Catherine's hands trembled as she pulled out her phone. I have 5 client deliveries scheduled this week. Custom orders. They've been waiting for months. Her voice cracked on the word months. David, who ran an artisan lighting company, was scrolling through his own records. 83 hand-blown glass fixtures. Each one takes my team 40 hours to produce. That's... He paused, calculating. That's 3,320 hours of labor. Gone. The weight of it settled over the group. This wasn't just property. It was livelihoods, reputations, client relationships built over years. Marcus added, we're pursuing recovery, but realistically many items are already gone. That's why insurance is critical here. Robert, who owned a high-end electronics import business, spoke with forced calm. His inventory alone was worth $87,000. Specialized audio equipment from Japan. Your family. They knew what you did. They knew I rented storage units. They refused to believe it was a legitimate business. Jesus, someone muttered. The police finished their documentation. One officer handed me a case number. This is theft over $100,000. Felony. We'll need to interview your sister. She bought our mother a $45,000 car with the proceeds, I said. Yesterday. They're celebrating. The officer's expression hardened. We'll need the vehicle information. By noon, the group had dispersed, each taking copies of the police report. Marcus and I sat in my car, heater running against the November cold. The family group chat is going to explode, I said. Let it, Marcus replied. You have contracts. They have a stolen Lexus. The first call came at 2:34 p.m. Vanessa hysterical. Police just came to Mom's house. They're taking the car. What did you do? I didn't raise my voice. You stole $340,000 in client inventory and sold it. That's felony theft. That was your junk. Your abandoned storage. It was 11 businesses' contracted inventory. You sold Catherine's custom furniture. David's glass fixtures. Robert's imported electronics. All documented. All insured. All reported stolen. Silence. Then, you're lying. You said it was storage units. It was. For my business. Secure Hold Logistics LLC. Registered 6 years ago. You can look it up. The silence stretched longer. I could hear Mom crying in the background. I didn't know, Vanessa whispered. You didn't ask. She hung up. The family group chat came alive at 3:15 p.m. Dad, what the hell is going on? Brother, police were at Mom's? For a car. Mom, they took my Lexus. Vanessa's being investigated. I posted a single message. Vanessa stole and sold $340,000 in business inventory from 11 clients. Felony theft charges filed. Vehicle purchased with stolen funds seized. Do not contact me about this. I muted the chat. 43 messages arrived in the next hour. I didn't read them. The ghost ledger materialized in my mind that evening, sitting alone in my apartment with the city lights glowing through the windows. Not a financial accounting, an emotional one. 6 years of being called irresponsible while running a legitimate business. Cost, credibility I could never recover with them. Every family gathering where I explained deliveries, client meetings, inventory coordination, dismissed as playing warehouse. Cost, the erosion of believing my own reality. Dad's Thanksgiving toast 3 years ago. To Vanessa, who has a real career. May she inspire certain family members. Cost, the moment I stopped trying to earn his pride. Mom's advice last Christmas, you're 34. Find a stable job. This storage thing is cute but you need security. Cost, understanding she'd never see me as competent. The ledger went on. Birthday dinners cut short for your hobby. Job offers they sent me, retail management, administrative work. Always prefaced with, something real this time. The unspoken message in every conversation. You're failing, we're waiting for you to admit it. I'd fed the slot machine for 6 years. Professional success. Client testimonials. Growing revenue. The jackpot of their respect never came because the machine was broken. Not me. I closed my laptop and went to bed. The ghost ledger was settled. They'd stolen more than inventory. They'd stolen years of my confidence. That debt couldn't be repaid. The procedural machinery moved with surprising speed. Monday morning, my insurance broker confirmed the claim was approved pending investigation results. Each client would be reimbursed for documented losses within 30 days. Tuesday, detectives interviewed Vanessa. She'd gained access to the storage units by telling facility management she was my business partner handling an emergency. She showed them my driver's license photo, which she'd copied from family pictures, and forged my signature on access forms. The facility's records showed 4 visits over 2 weeks, each time emptying more inventory. Wednesday brought the handwriting analysis. 94.3% certainty the signatures were forged. The facility's insurance was now involved. Their liability was significant. Thursday, the district attorney's office called. They were pursuing charges: theft over $100,000, forgery, fraud. Felony convictions carried 2 to 5 years each. Friday morning, Vanessa's attorney called Marcus. My client is willing to return the remaining funds and plead to reduce charges. Your client spent or distributed $85,000 from selling $340,000 in property, Marcus said evenly. She has $40,000 left. She's $300,000 short. Tell me how that math works. The family could contribute. The family isn't liable. Your client is. Personally. The attorney's voice tightened. These are felony charges. Prison time. For a family misunderstanding. Your client stole from 11 businesses. She forged documents. She purchased a vehicle with stolen funds. She committed fraud. The law is clear. The call ended. By Friday evening, the full scope emerged. Insurance would cover client losses, but they were pursuing full recovery from Vanessa. $340,000 plus legal fees. The storage facility was suing her for damages to their reputation and insurance liability. $125,000. Mom's seized Lexus would be auctioned. Proceeds wouldn't cover the shortfall. The math was devastating. Vanessa made $52,000 annually as a marketing coordinator. She owned a condo with $180,000 remaining on the mortgage. Her retirement account held $34,000. Everything she owned, liquidated completely, wouldn't satisfy half the debt. The preliminary hearing happened on a Tuesday morning in February, 3 months after she'd emptied the units. The courtroom smelled like old wood and recycled air. Vanessa sat beside her attorney, 20 pounds thinner, wearing a gray suit that hung loose on her frame. The prosecutor presented evidence methodically. Each document was another microclimax of proof. First, the forged signatures. The handwriting expert testified about stroke patterns, pressure points, hesitation marks that indicated forgery. Second, security footage from the storage facility. For separate visits. Vanessa's car visible in the parking lot. Time stamps correlating with access logs. Third, bank deposits. $85,000 in 3 transactions over 5 days. Structured to avoid reporting thresholds. Evidence of sophistication. Fourth, the itemized inventory lists. Marcus had prepared a 47-page document showing every piece sold, every client affected, every dollar stolen. Fifth, text messages between Vanessa and liquidation buyers. Need quick sale, estate clean out, flexible on price. Proof she knew to move items fast. Sixth, the Lexus purchase agreement. Dated 48 hours after the final deposit. Direct line from theft to expenditure. Seventh, witness testimony from Catherine who described the impact on her business. Client cancellations. Reputation damage. Lost revenue. Eighth, the facility manager's testimony. Vanessa had been confident, professional, showed identification. Said I was hospitalized and she had power of attorney. Vanessa's attorney argued ignorance, family confusion, lack of criminal intent. The judge reviewed the handwriting analysis. Intent is demonstrated by the forged signatures. Your client knew she didn't have authorization, which is why she fabricated it. He reviewed the inventory records. This wasn't cleaning out old boxes. This was systematically emptying units containing tracked, documented, contracted business property over multiple visits. He reviewed the timeline. Your client sold items quickly through multiple channels, distributed funds to family members, and purchased a vehicle within 48 hours. This shows consciousness of wrongdoing and attempt to disperse assets beyond recovery. He reviewed the facility manager's testimony. Your client fabricated a medical emergency and claimed power of attorney. This demonstrates premeditation. The judge set bail at $75,000. Vanessa couldn't meet it. She spent 4 days in county jail before Dad mortgaged his house to cover the bond. The trial was scheduled for May. In March, I received a letter from Mom. Handwritten on cream stationery, her elegant script shaking in places. We didn't know. We thought you were wasting money. We thought Vanessa was helping. Please. She's your sister. Can't you stop this? I read it twice, standing in my kitchen, afternoon light cutting through the window. The answer was simple. No. Because this wasn't about punishment. It was about consequences. 11 businesses had suffered real damage. Catherine had lost client relationships. David's artisans had seen months of work vanished. Robert faced insurance claims and vendor disputes. Vanessa had committed crimes. Plural. Federal and state laws broken with premeditation. The justice system was simply operating correctly. I didn't respond to Mom's letter. In April, Vanessa accepted a plea deal. 3 felonies reduced to 2, suspended sentence if she paid restitution monthly for 15 years. Her wages would be garnished 40%. Her condo went into foreclosure. She couldn't afford the mortgage anymore. She moved back to Mom and Dad's house. The family stopped posting photos on social media. Their annual summer vacation to Lake Tahoe was canceled. Dad's retirement pushed back 5 years to recover from the bail bond mortgage. Mom called once more. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail. You've destroyed this family. I deleted it without listening to the end. I restructured my business. Added electronic locks to the storage units. Biometric access only. Implemented blockchain inventory tracking that created immutable records of every item movement. Hired a full-time operations manager. 3 new clients signed on after reading about the case in industry publications. They wanted someone who'd go to court to protect their property. Someone who treated their business as seriously as they did. In June, I attended a logistics conference in San Diego. Gave a talk on security protocols and legal protections. The room held 240 people. They asked intelligent questions. Treated my business like what it was. Legitimate, valuable, necessary. I stayed for the closing dinner, watched the sunset paint the bay orange and gold. A colleague from Chicago asked about expanding to their market. Another from Portland wanted to refer clients. My phone buzzed. The family group chat, still muted. 37 new messages. I didn't open it. There's a concept in psychology called the gambler's fallacy. You keep feeding coins into a slot machine, convinced that eventually, statistically, you'll hit the jackpot. The math says it has to happen. I'd fed 6 years of proof into my family's slot machine. Built a business. Served clients. Generated revenue. Managed hundreds of thousands in inventory. The jackpot, their respect, their acknowledgement, never came. Because the machine was rigged from the start. Not broken. Rigged. Designed to take everything and give nothing back. Understanding that difference changed everything. I deleted the family group chat. Blocked 3 numbers. Changed my emergency contact from Mom to Marcus. Updated my beneficiaries on all accounts to a scholarship fund for first-generation business owners. The storage units hold new inventory now. 18 clients total. Annual revenue, $480,000. The business has a name people recognize in the industry. A reputation built on reliability and fierce protection of client interests. The family has a daughter they never knew. They spent 6 years refusing to see her. Now they never will. From the 3 fortresses I fought to protect, my future begins now. The balance is settled. The ledger is closed. And I am finally completely free.